Thank you. So I'm here still working with and supporting the prosecution. I don't want to repeat anything the learned prosecutor has said. I think it's important to note that the proceedings have started. Obviously, what we've dealt with today is not the main substantive charge, but obviously it's a separate matter which is being dealt with. It's encouraging that the tribunal has ensured that the interests of the accused will be protected throughout those proceedings. And I think it's a very, very important moment for the people of Bangladesh to see that things are proceeding and they're proceeding in the right way. I imagine that there will be criticisms from the other side. Sheikh Hasina was properly summoned to appear before the tribunal. She chose not to. She has chose to boycott the proceedings, which that is her right. But of course, the tribunal has to ensure that notwithstanding that, the rights of any accused are properly protected. What we have seen, there have been changes to both the substantive and the procedural rules of the tribunal to bring it more in line with international standards. There will be, of course, additional amendments that need to be made, and that's one of the things that I'm working on closely with the Chief Prosecutor. We have seen the creation of a second tribunal. I believe that there is a requirement for more judges to be appointed. I think there is a requirement for greater support from the international community to this process to ensure that the interests of justice are paramount in everything which is done. We do expect that there will continuously be criticism of the process, but if you do not engage in the process and criticize it from afar, that serves very little purpose. Again, all of the rights of the accused will be respected before this process, and it is important to recognise that is the sole purpose of this court, is to try the cases according to the evidence, in accordance with the highest national and international standards.
Is there a gap to ensure international standard of justice?
There are, of course, with any national or international tribunal, and I've worked in a number of different countries, there is matters that you look at as the process unfolds, that you need to make additional changes to that process to ensure that the process is entirely fair. So it's not for me to say that the system is perfect. It will always be subject to continuing change. But of course, there are matters that I would like to see changed in the legal process. I won't set them out today. They will, of course, it's a matter for the government to implement those changes. But of course, it is important to ensure that notwithstanding the manner in which these cases are being dealt with and will be dealt with will be in accordance with the highest international standards, because this process is too important. It's too important for all of the people of Bangladesh. It's important for international criminal justice more generally that this process is done, and as I've said before, that there is a complete departure from what we saw previously under the previous government, where it was a complete circumvention of the rule of law, a complete hijacking of the judicial process. And that process has to change. It has been changed with the interim government. They are implementing a system that is based on proper standards, and that has to be supported.
The way trial is going, are you happy with this process?
It's not a question for me to be happy. It's not for me to judge the system. It's for the people of Bangladesh to judge the system. This is a court established for the people of Bangladesh. So whether I am happy or not is completely irrelevant. What I am here to do is to ensure that the process from the prosecution side meets the highest standards.